What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, this is going to be an instructional video on the platform BYBIT. This is one of the best platforms out there on the market, and we are going to go over every bit of functionality on this platform, from making limit orders to market orders to conditional orders to talking about insurance, all of the fees and all of the functionality on the platform. Guys, we're going to go over today. This will be the most up-to-date and thorough instructional video about BYBIT on the internet right now. Guys, let's dive right into it. And guys, before you get started on BYBIT, definitely be sure to use my link here and get up to $200 in bonuses. That's up to $700 total with all of these different exchanges. Guys, be sure to use these links. So guys, the BYBIT platform is honestly and arguably the best platform for leverage trading out there right now, and just for so many reasons. The bonuses they give you for signing up, the state-of-the-art mobile app, which is just phenomenal, guys. You have to check it out. And just the way the trading field works on this platform is just incredible, from alerts to how they explain the platform. And they also do a lot of promotionals and basically challenges and even giveaways, guys. It is an amazing platform. And basically all it takes to get started is just to register. Then you would be prompted with a sign up, and you'd have to put in your email and a password and then sign up. And then once you get your confirmation email, you're already on. Now guys, once you're signed into the BYBIT platform, it is just an extremely simple interface. We'll start over here in the trading field. Basically, if you wanted to put coin onto BYBIT, okay, for instance, you would have to do the coin margin tab, and you could put in BTC, Ethereum, EOS, and XRP. Now what's really nice, within the last few weeks they have done a lot of updates here, so we definitely have a lot of new options right now. So for instance, if you were to go to this tab, the USDT margins, you would see the BTC versus USDT, ETH versus USDT, BCH versus USD, Link, LTC, XTZ, ADA, DOT, and UNI. Now guys, what that means is you can't actually deposit UNI, DOT, or ADA, for instance. You have to make that trade with Tether, okay? So for instance, you would have to send Tether over to BYBIT to actually make trades in the USDT perpetual USDT margin, okay? And then we also have the new category right here, the coin margined inverse futures contracts, which is the BTC USD 0625 and the BTC USD 0924. Okay guys, and you'll actually notice within the last few weeks, if you guys have been already paying attention to BYBIT, those ride a little higher than the USDT perpetual or even inverse perpetual contracts. Okay, a very interesting new addition. And guys, I think it's also awesome that they added all these coins within the last month. That is just a great thing. And guys, don't forget about your $600 bonus that you can claim. All you have to do is click this button and complete all tasks for the new signups tab, and you will claim over $600. And now guys, let's dive right into the BYBIT trading interface. Okay guys, here's the trading interface for the BYBIT platform, and there is a lot of things to go over, but for starts, let's just start out over at positions. Whenever you open up a position, it will show up right down here, and we can start out with the contracts. For instance, it will show up BTC USD, and I have a contract open right now, just a small one for an example, an isolated 5x, quantity of $1,000 contracts, valued at 0.0169 BTC, entry price at 58,675, and the liquidation price, which is extremely important, guys. The position will be liquidated when mark price reaches this price. So basically, if the price goes the wrong direction on you to that price, you will lose your entire position. So the liquidation price is something you must pay attention to, okay? Then you'll have your position and margin, so the amount of margin applied to the position. You may append extra margin here, isolated margin, or adjust the leverage applied to change the position and margin, okay? Then we have the unrealized profit and loss. So for instance, at this current time, we're up, 3%, 0.001, $6 here. Again, this is just a test to show you guys here. And then the daily realized profit and loss. I'm not showing it. This is actually an important one right here. The lights indicate your ADL priority in the QA. So each light represents a 20% increment to the next percentile. If all lights are lit up, your position is in the top percentile. Okay. And then we have the take profit and stop loss. Now this is a really important tab, so we're kind of going to dive right into it right here. Let me pull this right up for you. And right here you can see a take profit and stop loss. So what that means is, say like I wanted to automatically take profit, let's say at 75%. That means if the price goes from 59,000 all the way up to 69,000 basically, my price will automatically close and I will be left with a profit of 0.00255 or around 75% here. Okay, and then if I wanted to set a stop loss, which is something I always tell my students to do, especially in the early stages, it's really important to protect yourself. Okay, so let's just even put 15% just for now. So that means if the price goes down to 56,966, that will trigger a loss of 15%. Okay, so for instance, you could set 5, you could set 15, you could set 20, but just for experimental purposes, we'll put 15. Again, students, I'm always suggesting, if you're using a stop loss, to start with a 5 and then bump that stop loss into a 2% profit when you're over 7% in the profit. Okay, but for now, let's just confirm that. Okay, and there it goes. And there it shows up right there. Okay, so for instance, the top one is the take profit, and then the bottom one is the stop loss. And then if you wanted to change them or even just get rid of them, you can hit the eraser right here, and again, and then confirm, and there they go, they're gone. Just like that. Okay, and then the trade just remains open. But for instance, say like you actually wanted to close the trade. You could go to limit, which I always suggest, market, you end up a taker, okay? And you want to be a maker, okay, with limit, okay? So you want a limit close. So for instance, if I wanted to close any portion of my position, you can select the adjustment here from 10 to 25 to 50 to 75 to 100%. So if I were to close my position right now at 59,021.5, my price expected profit would be 0.0001 Bitcoin. Okay, but we're going to leave this open. This is, just for fun. So let's leave this open. And now say like you wanted to do a trailing stop loss. Okay. So what that means is basically a trailing stop loss means you set a price from its highest peak that if it retraces that much, it will get stomped out. So for instance, let's put $300. Okay, let's put the activation price at 62,000. Okay, so for instance, when the price actually hits 62,000, if it pulls back from that property $300, the order will close. Okay, so for instance, we could activate that, and then there it shows up right there, activation price set. You can see it right there, pops right up for you. And again, same theories with the take profit stop loss. You can go right into this at any time and erase, change it, whatever you want to do. And then just like that, it's gone, which is a really nice feature. Okay guys, so let me show you the trailing stop loss here. So for instance, say like the price is moving up like this, and then you have your trigger price up here, which activates your trigger entry. So for instance, say like it has to retrace $300. So for instance, it retraces $300. That would close your trade right here. But for instance, say like it didn't go down $300, and yes, the trade is active from up here, and it pumped up past, it would wait for a new high and a retracement of $300 to close the trade again. For instance, if you had $600, it would have to go all the way down to $600. Really quite simple. Now guys, say like you wanted to actually close your position. For instance, we just bumped up here, we're over 10%. You go to limit order, close 100%, hit confirm.
Marked. Commit strikes. Good job.
And there it goes. It's gone. Just like that. Then guys, we move right over to the right over here and we can see our asset class, our total equity and available balance. And you can toggle it with this little eye right here. Okay, and then toggle it off if you like. And then if you wanted to see a blown up view, and here you go guys. You can see your total equity here on your trading account, and you have that same option to turn your account balance on or off for viewability. And you have your BTC, your ETH, your EOS, your XRP, and your USDT, your main coin options. And then you could go through your closed profit and loss, your asset history, your order history, trade history, withdrawal history, insurance history, and fiat deposit history. Let's even just look at this asset history from when we first started the account. We started at 0.0062900, and the account to date is up to 0.120854242. So guys, that's an increase from around $400 to around $7,000. And guys, if you haven't signed up to BYBIT yet, be sure to use this link. You'll save up to $200 in bonuses. And one more thing which is extremely important, guys, is which designation you're going to choose, whether it's isolated or cross. Now guys, I always suggest using isolated, because when you use isolated, you're only using the margin that you've selected to put up for the trade. For instance, there's two reasons I don't use cross margin. For one, when you use cross margin, it can actually activate your whole account in the case of a liquidation. And not only that, but when you switch to cross, notice what happens. It actually switches you to 100x leverage right out the gate, guys. So you have to be extremely mindful of this. You can end up actually losing your entire account in the blink of an eye using cross margin, guys. So it says maximum leverage under cross margin mode. You cannot manually adjust leverage or initial margin. Instead, initial margin is derived by the maximum leverage allowed under the current risk limit level. You may lower the maximum leverage by raising the risk limit in trading preferences, settings, and risk limits. But guys, let's just be real here. I don't want you guys using this. Go over to isolated margin, okay? And then you can adjust it to whatever you like. And honestly, what I suggest for most traders just starting out is anywhere from between 2 and 10x, guys, okay? And then of course, you can set your order price right below it, the quantity of contracts. Let's say you want to do 10,000 contracts, and let's just do an example here. So say like you wanted to get in at 58,500, okay, and we were going to do a stop loss here. So let's do take profit, let's just say at 75%, and we'll open up the position with a 5% stop loss. Okay, go to post only, and then we will buy long. And then we get all the confirmations again, the order price over here, quantity 10,000 USD, order cost 0.01736,325, order value is actually at 0.17, and that's because of the leverage I'm using, okay guys? So, and then the most important one right here, the estimated liquidation price. So if the price does go down to 53,425, the price will be liquidated, and that means the whole position that you've entered, because we are on isolated. And I have my take profit set at 63,243 and my stop loss set at 58,209. Here it shows your leverage, which is an isolated 10x, and the time of force, which is good to cancel. And then we hit confirm, and then it pops up right down here in your active orders. Okay. And guys, I'm going to cancel this one just because I just wanted to use this as another example, and then just hit cancel. And there it goes, it's canceled. And let me show you guys two other order types which are extremely important. That would be the market and the conditional. Okay, but let's start with the market order. A market order will be immediately filled at the best available price from the order book. Execution price may be better or worse than expected due to price movement. So guys, basically you're going to want to use a market order if you need to get into the market immediately and your price will be executed right away. But remember, When using a market order, you are a taker. You are not a maker. So for instance, you will be feed accordingly. That is why I like limit, and the next one I'm going to show you right here, conditional order. Okay, so a conditional order is activated only when the trigger price is reached. You can use conditional orders for take profit, stop loss, and breakout trading purposes. Okay, so let's just do a conditional order right here, just as an example. So for instance, like I said, we're going to go limit. Okay, and let's say we're going to want to go long here, and we want the price to activate at, let's just say 60,000, just so you guys can get an idea. Then we'll make the trigger price 60,000 as well, and we'll just use 2,000 contracts, and then we will buy long. And then you guys can see it pops up right over here with all the specifics. Hit confirm, and then you can see the order pops up right up here. Now say like you wanted to go short. Okay, let's just put 56,000. Wanted to trigger at 56,000, 2,000 in contracts, and then we'll sell short. Order confirmation pops up, hit confirm, and then that order pops up down here for you as well. There it is, right there. But we're going to cancel both of these. These are just for demonstrational purposes, and we'll just cancel both of these. And then they're gone. Let me show you guys some examples of a conditional trade option here. So say like the price action moves in right here and is coiling up like this, forming a horizontal triangle. That means a breakout is imminent, okay? But which way, we don't actually know, okay? So with a conditional trade order, we can attack this trade very aggressively. So for instance, say like you're going to sleep at night, and again, we don't know which way it's gonna go, but you could put in a conditional order right here as a short, for instance. So say like the price goes down and breaks the support right here and then hits your target right here, your trade will open right there. Okay, and same situation if it breaks to the upside, for instance, breaking resistance, signaling a breakout, and you have your conditional long order in up here. Okay, so for instance, the price moves up, breaks the resistance, triggers your trade, and then you enter a trade and the price will keep moving, assuming the breakout is solid, obviously. But that is the benefit of conditional orders. You can really attack the market either way it goes. Moving right along, guys, another really important part of the trading interface is the time interval selection, and that's up here at the top left under chart, and you can change from all the way from 1 minute to a month, and even highlight, for instance, which ones you want to be your favorites, and then they will even show up right here as well. Okay. Then right next to it, you can select the type of candles you would like. Okay. And they have from bars to candles, to hollow candles, Hakina line, area, and baseline. And then one of the most important options here is the indicators. Okay, guys. Click on that, and it brings up all the indicators that you have for selection, and there are a whole bunch. So definitely pull out the ones that you like to use there and use them on this platform, guys. And then right next to it we have our back and forward arrow, and then we move all the way over here and we have our chart settings. Okay, and there you can change colors, but I wouldn't mess with this stuff too much. Okay. Then you could even change it from chart to depth. Okay. Back to chart. You could go full screen mode and then hit escape to get out of it. And then you could hide or show info on the quick trading functions and positions. Okay. That changes this right here. So one function that you could actually use is basically when you put in a trade, it actually shows up over here in the trading field. Now what you can actually do is, I know this isn't the actual thing that I'm talking about, but for instance, say like a position was open right here, it would show up almost just like this, And you could change its position by just moving it up and down, okay? Now I'm going to be straightforward, guys. The reason I'm not really showing you this one is because I don't suggest you guys actually do this. I suggest you always enter your positions manually, change your stop losses manually, so there's never any mistake, okay, guys? You could, bump your arm, move something, and either close your position, put yourself in a bad position. A lot can go wrong, just to be honest with you guys. So always enter your positions manually. That way you're in a much safer position than just, moving the position up or down or hoping you don't bump up too far. Just something weird could happen there. So I always suggest you guys manually enter your positions. And then, guys, on the right here, on the price action, you can grab the price and squeeze the chart if you want, or widen it, and then say like it just looks ridiculous, and you don't know how to get it back. You just go down right here to the auto button, and bam, click auto, and it's back. And then you could switch to toggle the log scale and toggle percentage, and then you could even change your time zone if you like right there. Another really amazing function is the chat room right down here. You just give it a click, and then all you're prompted to do is to create a nickname and submit it, and then you're in, and you can enter a chat room and chat with many like minds like yourself. And then right to the right is the support button. All you have to do is click the support button, a prompt comes up, and then you'll be prompted to give your email, the question, and someone will get back to you very quickly. The support is really good with BYBIT. They are just incredible, guys. I have no complaints with the BYBIT platform. One other amazing thing that BYBIT does for us is offer mutual insurance. Just give that a click, and what that does is it offsets losses and minimize risks, secure profits, and lock in winning positions. And let's click learn more right here. And then, guys, we bring up the mutual insurance page, and you can see an insured quantity of over $880 million. And guys, the whole purpose of this is a hedge against market fluctuation. This is just another tool to protect yourself, like the stop loss or take profit. And its main purposes are to offset your losses, so gain a well-rounded protection against shrinking profits and evaluated losses, protect your profits, secure your earnings by locking in profitable positions, and trade with confidence, so overcome your fear of fluctuations. And guys, the whole purpose of the mutual insurance, instead of, for instance, using a stop loss, would be to limit losses while protecting profits with just this one powerful tool. So basically, when the price is moving up, you can secure your profits in an uptrend, and when the price is moving down, you can receive compensation in a downtrend, and you can see this in the model displayed here. BYBIT even offers their own explanational video right here on YouTube. Be sure to give that a watch. One other thing you must understand about just any platform is the fees associated with that platform. So with BYBIT, there's a funding rate and a predicted rate. Let's go over those right now, because that's definitely a very important thing to understand. So let's talk about the interest rate first. Every contract traded on BYBIT compromises a base currency such as BTC and a quote currency such as USD. The interest rate is a function of interest rates between these two currencies. For BTC USD, it is the difference between the borrowing costs of BTC and USD on BYBIT's website. BTC lending rate can be found in the index section under the contracts tab. And then the formula here is interest rate, or I, equals price interest rate index dashed bait rate index over fund rate interval. Okay, and that leaves the interest quote index equaling 0.06 and the interest base index equaling 0.03. Okay, with the formula interest rate equaling 0.10. Okay, and then we move down to the premium index, or P. So perpetual contracts may trade at a premium or a discount from the mark price. In this situation, a premium index will be used to raise or lower the next funding rate to be level, consistent with where the contract is trading. On BYBIT's website, history records of premium indexes, BTC USD DPI. Premium index can be found at the index section under the Contracts tab. And then here's the formula for the premium index, or P. So max bracketed 0 impact bid price dash mark bracketed 0 mark price dash impact price bracketed over index price plus funding rate of current interval. Okay, and guys, that it's just really nicely laid out for you guys here. And in short, what that means is that every 8 hours the funding rate will occur and an interest charge will be dealt to you guys for your open positions when applying leverage. Remember, when borrowing money from a company, or for instance applying leverage, you're increasing your position and using their money, so they charge you interest every 8 hours for that trade. It is that simple. And if you guys go back over to your trading interface, you can see right here at the top the funding rate countdown right here, guys. And then guys, right above the funding rate you have your contract info, which will give you all the information and contract rules on each of the separate contracts, from inverse perpetuals to the futures contracts, guys. And then you move over, you have blog, and then learn. So for instance, if you wanted to find the help center, there it is, and BYBIT Learn. And then one more tab over, you'll find the promotional tab, which gives the latest promotions, rewards hub, and the affiliate program, as well as the referral program. Now guys, BYBIT has an amazing referral program, and what's really nice is when their trading volume gets higher, you get rewarded for it, and you can get up to $500 in bonuses, guys, which is really awesome. And then we go over to the rewards hub. And guys, this is where you will be able to input your vouchers to be redeemed so you can get your rewards. And then you can even view your rewards right here by clicking My Rewards. Another feature which is really awesome on BYBIT is the Fiat Gateway. And this is where you can buy BTC, ETH, and USDT using Fiat. And basically you just put in the amount you'd like, pick your local currency, and then hit buy now, guys. And it is that simple. In 3 quick steps, you will get your funds. So enter the desired amount, proceed with payment, and then you can check on your balance on BYBIT's assets page upon transaction. And guys, that concludes my instructional video on BYBIT. Be sure to use all of my links below so you guys can get the most benefits from the BYBIT platform when you begin your journey into leverage. And guys, if you are not an expert trader and are wanting to learn the ropes, guys, reach out to me today at bitcoindeathstar@gmail.com. Learning to trade leverage is one of the best gifts you can give someone, and the trading profits potential is through the roof these days, guys. And remember, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. And with cryptocurrency, I make it as easy as riding that wave. I am Crypto Matrix. I will catch you guys later.